Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a general message for anyone who feels guided to watch the video. I am recording on the summer solstice, so today is June 21st, 2023. And I really don't have an intention for who I am targeting or what this message is going to be directed toward. I'm not going to go into the astrology or anything. I just felt compelled or guided to come on and do a reading for anyone who needs to hear it. So hopefully if you're watching from today on into the future, whenever it does come through, you gain some sort of insight or perspective from today's message. And if you do, I would really appreciate if you like the video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I would love to have you on there. I've been telling whoever's watching that I want to create a thread, an energetic thread with the subscribers, so that way as I am reading and the intuitive messages are coming through, I just sort of want to connect more directly with the people that are subscribed. So yeah, so if you're interested, please subscribe. I would love to have you on there, like I said. All right, so let's go into the reading. So I'm going to start with the personal energy for whoever's watching. What is the personal energy at this time, please? Okay. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So right now, when it comes to your energy, it just seems as though you are really, really clear about something. It's almost as though you know that there are multiple things coming your way or surrounding you. And these multiple things may or may not really come together or be aligned on their own. But it's almost as though you're not really fazed by that. It's like you can see from afar that the situations, the people, the topics, the different, areas of focus, like you're detached from it, it feels. And you're sort of just looking at them and really like, I don't know, I feel as though you're not taking them too seriously. With the King of Swords, they do take everything seriously. They're very serious energy. It's not really that you're not taking it seriously. It's more so like you see it, you see these things for what they are, and you are not fazed by it. So whereas another type of person can be bombarded or surrounded by multiple things and become overwhelmed, you are calm, collected, and cool. And it does feel really confident and capable, as though you can take care of all of these different areas that are hitting you at once almost. It's like these things want to come, and if you could, if you were different, you could allow them to pile up and make a mess of your energy or of your surroundings. But it's like you are keeping them afar energetically, and maybe even literally somehow you may be keeping these things distant from you. Like you don't want anything to come in between your clarity, because you know right now you are really onto something. It feels like you have an intense focus on something. And this is probably on something that you're creating of material that is of value in some sort. I also feel that another reason why you may be detached from all of these things is because you're not ready to use them. So you're not ready to use these things, to use these people, to go into these different facets of life. But you know at some point you're going to have to, because they play a part in what it is that you are creating, almost like puzzle pieces. And so you're keeping them around you, and then you'll come and get them as you need them, because some of these things are playing an important part with whatever it is that you're creating. And if you were any other way, it would almost be as though all of these things would be in your environment at once, which would create mess and confusion. So you're only using what you need as you need it. You may be really resourceful right now. And again, extremely aware of what it is that you have at your disposal, where your assets are, your material things are, where the people in your life are. It feels like though you have different people in your life that have different skill sets and strengths and talents, and you know which ones that you need to pull in or go to as needed while you're creating this. I just want to say it's some sort of abundance, but it is a physical thing in the material realm. So it could be a business of some sort. And there's no playing around right now with your energy. You're completely serious. You may be working a lot, not having too much time for fun or, socializing or anything like that. It's like laser focused on something. I hope that made sense, how I was describing it. All right, let's see what the energy is of your environment, please. What is in the environment? Okay, you have the Queen of Cups. So this is another person. This is not you. Very different from your personal energy that you're in. Queen of Cups is a motherly, nurturing type of person. Very aware of her environment, sensitive to the energy around her. Very loving, very accepting. This Queen of Cups feels like she is doing away with something. I don't know if it's like purging or getting rid of things. She is turning her back toward something that has really, it's not alive anymore. Whatever this energy is doesn't exist anymore. I'm feeling like there's something depleted. I hear depleted. Something's been depleted or exhausted or done with, basically. And she's protecting something, nurturing something else. She has turned her back to this thing. Yeah, it feels like she's like when someone's just getting rid of stuff, when someone's like cleaning or purging or throwing things away. And this could be anything. This could be material things in your household. It could be in the energetic realm as well, like cleansing, right? Oneself when, I don't know if you are into any type of elemental magic or anything like that, but like when you're saging or something like that. There's something that this queen is being silent and quiet about. I feel like there's something that she has, like something that she may be hiding. He or she, I'm only saying she because it's the Queen of Cups. It feels, it's not necessarily hiding. It feels like there are different sides to this person, and this person doesn't show them regularly to just anyone. Like, she comes off as a Queen of Cups, you know, very loving, motherly, feminine, nurturing, compassionate, you know, always ready to be there for someone, to hear someone out, to, you know, be someone's shoulder to cry on, to take care of her kids, like, you know, just that feminine energy. But there's something else underlying, and, you know, she doesn't really show different sides to her very easily to just anyone. I hear the word magician, like magician-like. She is magician-like. I'm also getting shape-shifting. Someone may be doing some sort of, I did, right, yes, I did say elemental magic, right? Yes, I feel that. And when I say elemental magic, that's what I call it, but it's, you know, just some sort of magic. What else? Yeah, there's just another side to her. It feels like very observant. Like she can see something. Like she has a gift. Maybe for some, this person has a gift. They can see what others cannot see. Okay, or this person can see something or knows something that others don't know, that somebody else doesn't know. If we are putting your personal energy and this person's in your environment personal energy and creating some sort of dynamic here between the both of you, I would say while you are really focused, laser sharp focused on creating something, this person is doing away with something, and I don't know if you know what they're doing, and I don't know if it I mean, it has to matter in some way, right? Because they're coming out in the reading. Okay, so because I was gonna say I don't know if it matters what they're doing, but I mean, I guess it does, since the energy is prominent here in the reading. But while you are focused on this thing, this other person is busy throwing things away or cleaning things out, or purging and clearing energy, clearing space, in an effort for them to see something that they have in a bit, like they have to clear a film of residue, a film of haziness, in order for them to see clearly. But it's not necessarily seeing clearly like you are seeing clearly. This is seeing something through the dark. Like your eyes are bright-eyed, wide open. You are like consciously, presently, you know, in the present 3D realm, working and focused on something. There's light here around you. You are weaving, creating, being really strategic and smart and thorough, and, you know, every move you make is thought out. This person is needing to clear space to see something, needing to clear space to show something, like show their true nature okay, maybe they're working on being more authentic or close to themselves as who they are, like really doing away with behaviors or traumas or things that prevent them from showing up and being their full selves authentically. That's what it feels like. Okay. Hope I have room. Let's go into the details. Let's go in deeper and see what the details are of this situation. Okay, let's start off with the devil here. All right, so someone is in some low-level vibe, low-level energy, toxic energy of some sort. Here's the Hanged Man again. The Three of Pentacles. So when we have the devil come up, yes, okay, granted, it speaks to, you know, low vibration of some sort. But it's really about breaking free. Someone feels that they cannot be themselves. This person is going through a paradigm shift, I'm hearing. A paradigm shift of some sort, or a really strong, powerful time of their life where they are changing who they are at their core. And they're really gaining perspective on who they've become and or what they're becoming. They may be silent right now, quiet right now while they're going through this process, but they're trying to break free of something. They're trying to break free of a situation where they do not feel themselves. It's like they want to just be aligned and be authentic and come together with who they really are. If there are two people involved here, one person may really be playing a strong mirror for another without even knowing it, really. So because of the dynamic and you two coming together, one person is really gaining insight and perspective to how they are showing up and who they are because of this relationship. And therefore, they have identified certain things about themselves and they're changing it. They may have felt really trapped. Maybe they've had, low self-confidence, low self-worth. Maybe they were, very in fear-based mentality. Maybe they had, just really bad traumatic experiences in their life that have molded them to behave a certain way up until now. And when some people, depending on the type of trauma, it can feel like you cannot get out and you cannot break free. Somebody is wanting freedom from themselves. For some of you, somebody may be wanting freedom from a relationship. They're seeing something differently. They may start to communicate this. If it's not they, then you. Somebody is going to start to communicate this shift, this change. Somebody may be showing up differently and you don't really recognize them, or you're not familiar with certain behaviors that they have now, and maybe you want to talk about it and it's just like, why are you acting like that? Why are you different? The Star. Someone has high hopes and aspirations. Someone may be getting a lot of attention. The Six of Swords. The Six and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, someone wants, and the Lovers again, the Lovers was on the bottom. Someone wants to really, really get out of a situation. Like, this is all that they are focused on. And I don't think that they can speak about it very well and very openly. For some reason, they feel like they cannot talk about it, and that they have to go about it in a different way, in a secretive way. And I don't know if this is you with all of that focused energy here. There's some heartbreak with the Three of Swords at the bottom. There are moves that someone is making right now that somebody else doesn't know about. While a person may be super focused on one thing, another person is making moves to get away. For the majority of you, because we have both, relationship cards on the table here with the Two of Cups and the Lovers, this does have to do with in a romantic relationship dynamic. And it feels more like two people that have been together for a while. It does feel very controlling, or there's something about the relationship that somebody feels like they cannot get away. They cannot, like they are trapped. They have been sucked in. Maybe there's some manipulation going on. Some head games, a little bit of abuse, even mental, emotional manipulation. It's like someone shows themselves as one way, and then later when they're home, right, with like the people that they're with, or even by themselves if they are home alone, but they're a completely different person. So it's like two sides, two versions of them. That's what I was getting down here as well. I think that whoever's trying to get away is super grateful that the other person is so into themselves that they don't even know what this person's doing, right? Like, yeah, it feels like that. It feels like a manipulative relationship. Like someone thinks that they have control of the other, but the other person is going to surprise them at some point, because they have been working for a really long time on their exit strategy. And if it's not a relationship, then this could just be like you're trying to, quit your job, but you don't want to leave in bad standing, or you don't want to make a rash choice, right, that is impulsive, like you've been working at it for quite some time, or, you know, maybe you're in a living situation with some roommates or your parents or something like that, and you're just sort of over the dynamics of the household. And, you know, maybe you are, I do feel that for some people too, it's like a living situation where whose ever home you live in is acting like a tyrant, like acting really horribly to you. And you're just trying to, you know, maybe save some money or figure things out so that way you can leave. Yeah, but finding opportunity here for sure. And there's a sense of transformation, ending a situation. But for some of you, there's some hesitation still. There's something, it's a perception. This is not a real thing for some of you, but there's something that you're feeling that has you hesitating. Like you go for moments where you're like, yes, like I'm gonna do this, you know, and you think positive and optimistic, and you have really thought about all the steps that you've taken to get you this far, right? And but then you have moments where, and you, right, like you feel good about those steps that you have taken. You know that, you know, at some points, like, you know that this is a really good plan, and that, you know, you're capable and brave enough to take this risk or whatever. Like you have moments of optimism and positivity, and then you have other moments where you're second guessing yourself. And it could be because this person is a really strong, manipulative type of person. So you want to stay focused and really stay aware of yourself and who you are, you know, and whatever words and tactics this other person does on you, like to make you feel guilty or to make you feel less than or to make you feel that you need them, you know. I mean, it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know. But I do feel like you've been working at this for quite some time already. And when you do take this step, there's a little fly. When you do take this step, you have to know, you have to already anticipate. Stop. You have to already anticipate. Stop. Oh my God. Sorry, I was distracted. When you take this step, you have to already, like, you have to know that it's going to be chaotic in that moment. Like, yes, you're prepared and you're ready to go and you have what you need, okay? It doesn't mean that when you leave, it's not going to be hard. It doesn't mean that when you leave, this person isn't going to go through all of the different freaking motions and tactics, and, you know, like they go from the sad to the angry to the abusive to the, you know, threatening, like all of the different, you know, it's a process that they go through, and you have to be prepared for that. It's like prepare for the worst, hope for the best type of thing, right? Hopefully you can get out of this situation, and you know, this person will be so into themselves that they won't even care. But other than that, like, if you are still bringing value to this manipulator, then they're going to give a shit that you're leaving once they figure it out. And you have to mentally and emotionally harden yourself and prepare yourself to know that whatever this person does, it's just tactics. It's only acting. It's not true. It's not your reality, right? You have to be so ready to go that no matter what this person does and how they react, it's not going to change your mind. It's not going to change the fact that you feel capable and brave enough and strong enough and secure enough to leave. Like, if you're constantly waiting for the right time, there's no right time. Okay? I don't know how bad the situation is. But it does feel as though you are still contemplating something, and something is preventing you from making the move and from breaking free from this devil here. All right, I want to see what else there is around, like why you are second guessing yourself. If you feel like you're not secure, and like you're not secure enough to go, like you don't have everything you need, like whatever this person provides you, if you leave, you may be left without some of those things. And you're thinking to yourself, like, when you second guess leaving, you think like, okay, well, I can't live without this or whatever. Like, I'm not going to have this resource if I leave them. You're not. Okay? You're not going to have that resource when you leave them. Hopefully you have a home. Hopefully you have a job. Hopefully you can eat. Right? Like, I don't know how bad this is. But if you have this comfortability, this familiar lifestyle, this comforting lifestyle, and maybe this person provides you with certain things that you have become accustomed to, and you're second guessing yourself when it's time, like, you know, for you to leave, because you know that you're not going to have these comforts. I mean, you're not going to have the comforts. Like, you'll get them later. You know, what's more important? Your sanity, your mental, emotional health, maybe for some physical health, right? Or the comfort that this manipulator gives you. I mean, what's more important, right? Like, if this is what you're contemplating when you're second guessing yourself and, you know, second guessing the choice to leave, then you might as well stay. Because obviously those things are more important to you than your sanity and your happiness and getting out of this controlling, manipulating, low-level environment. Death card again. You're scared to transform. You're scared to change. You're scared of change. Here's the King of Swords. You're not used to being on your own. You're not used to feeling accomplished, like you did something for yourself, by yourself. You're not used to feeling like you are the strong one. You don't think that you have what it takes to get through a death, rebirth, transformative process. These are all mental games. This is all mental talk. This is not true. Because if you think of this situation in a different way, where, let's say, this person disappears. Just disappears. Or, even worse, let's say this person throws you out or leaves you. Like, when a person like this leaves somebody, they leave them without anything. Okay? Like, they disappear from one moment, like they never existed, right? Because there's no remorse, there's no regret, there's no guilt. Like, you know, this type of person just does away with things. What would you do then? Putting yourself in that hypothetical situation where this person leaves you with nothing. You would still survive. Because you're a human being and we have instincts. And typically we have at least one other person in our circle that we can go to. And I don't know how bad the situation is, but even if you don't have a person, there's always church, right? There's always something. There's always a way. So hypothetically, this person leaves you high and dry with nothing. What do you do then? You will survive. You will get through it. It'll be shitty. It'll be shitty if they leave you with nothing. And it'll still be shitty if you leave. But at least if you do it, you're already preparing yourself. At least it's not out of the blue and in a shocker. Right? And the reason why I'm bringing up the hypothetical thing is because it seems as though you second guessing yourself leaving this situation because you're scared of change. You're scared of going through some type of death rebirth process. You're scared of being alone. And you're even scared to sit in your own power. Okay, so you probably have depended on this person for a very long time and have never felt yourself, in a really independent, powerful way. But it's going to happen whether you do it or they do it, right? It's going to feel shitty, and you will go through a death rebirth process. You will go through feeling alone, and eventually you will be powerful for it. It's just a little time frame that you go through. Depending on how severe this situation is, it could be a couple years that you're in a really dark place. Out of, 80 years that you're alive, typically, on average. Seen it from a big perspective, a lifetime perspective. Think about your future. Where do you want to be next year today? The day today that you're seeing this video and you're going through the situation for whoever I'm speaking to, where do you want to be next year? And I get it, it's easier said than done. But the sooner you do it, the sooner you'll go through all of the shitty stuff that comes along with leaving this type of person. And then the sooner you'll be on the other side of it. And on with your life. But you're already thinking about it. So at least you have that, You've already been planning. You've already been going through, maybe talking to people, gathering resources, maybe saving some money. And I understand you're looking for the right opportunity to go. And you'll get it. It'll happen, hopefully. You just have to overcome yourself. You have to overcome yourself. I don't even have to go into all of this stuff. Just the devil with the star alone, with the 7 of swords and the 6 of swords right in the middle. It's disgusting. Not you, but the type of person that this is. And this is not what humans are meant to live. This is not how humans are meant to live. This is not why we're here on this planet for however long we were on it. Why are we here? We're going to go through this stuff, right? Stay in this stuff. It's an effort to learn something about ourselves, that God was saying earlier. Learn something and evolve as a soul. And while we are here on this planet, yes, grow and mature as a human being, but it's more for the soul to experience these types of lessons and get past them and grow from them while experiencing life and going through all of the feelings and emotions and thoughts and all of that, right? But when I say this is not what we're supposed to be doing, we go through these moments to learn something about ourselves. These types of relationships, although common, depending on the severity, not everybody goes through them. And the people that do and the people that can get out, man, those people are meant to learn something big, huge about themselves in this lifetime if they've been in this type of situation with someone else before. So take that for what that is. Like, this is a lesson, and this is an opportunity to break free of probably old, outdated, traumatic experiences that you've had, or even your parents had, or your parents' parents had, right? Like, this is what the like breaking the curses looks like. There's a karmic element to these types of relationships. What is it about you that accepts it? What is it about you that attracted it? What is it about you that indulges in it and gives into it and allows someone to hurt and belittle and manipulate you? And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying that as, like, really think about that. Where does that come from? What is it about you that allows yourself to live this type of life? Start there. Hopefully you've already started. It seems like you have started to think about those things. But there's immense, huge growth here at the other side of this story. It's not easy and it takes a long time, but you can get there. That was pretty intense. I don't know why that came through. I'm hoping that was for at least one person out there that may be going through this type of trapped relationship or situation with someone else or something else that you feel you can't get out of and is really, sort of abusive in different ways. So hopefully you can get out of it, and hopefully you were able to gain something out of this message. So I appreciate your time and energy, and I hope that, things work out and you follow through on the plan that you've already had, because I did feel that from the get-go. So, the universe is saying something at this point through this reading, right? Okay. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I so appreciate it. Please like the video if you got anything out of it, and subscribe to the channel if you are curious and interested to see more of my readings. I hope nothing but the best for you. And hopefully you can come on and check out some of my other videos in the future as well. Have a good one. Thank you.